I'm Brian Thomas, Potter County Sheriff. You are in the Potter County Detention Center. We have rules that are designed with your safety and the security of this facility in mind. This video is designed to tell you what is expected of you and to make your time here as productive and trouble-free as possible.
You'll be given an inmate handbook detailing rules as well as your rights and privileges. You will be expected to read, understand, and obey the information within the handbook. If you have any questions, it is your responsibility to ask a detention center officer for clarification. If any rule or regulation is violated, you are subject to disciplinary action, which may also include fines. You will not be allowed to have any form of currency in your possession for any reason. If you entered this facility with money in your possession, a cash account will be established for you. When you arrive, all of your personal property is collected, inventoried, and stored. Your property will be returned upon release. You must keep your area clean at all times. You will be issued a property storage box. All items that you have in your cell, except bedding, must fit inside your box. All property not stored in your storage container will be considered contraband, which will be confiscated and disposed of. You will not use your box as a chair or a stool. If you damage your box, you will pay for a replacement out of your inmate account. A wristband will be issued to you upon admission. This wristband will be for identification purposes. You must wear your wristband at all times, and it will be checked regularly. Your wristband is required for commissary, visitation, booking out, and any time you're outside your cell. You will be assigned to a pod according to your classification. The officer assigned to your pod is in charge. Do not ask to speak to a supervisor unless you have an emergency situation. Any disputes you have can be addressed through the grievance process. See your inmate handbook for how to submit a complaint. You will be provided a meal 3 times each day. Lights out each night is at 12:30 a.m. When lights go out, you will stop all activity and move to your bunk. Each morning, the lights will be turned on at 4:30 a.m. for the breakfast meal. Commissary is available to all inmates from the commissary cart, such as personal hygiene items, food, writing supplies, and phone cards. Funds for commissary purchases are drawn from your inmate account. Money may be credited to your account through the mail with a cashier's check or money order. Cash or credit card can be deposited in the kiosk located in the visitor reception area. Televisions and telephones are controlled by the officer in charge. Television volume must be kept at a reasonable level. Disagreements of any type will not be tolerated. Telephones are installed in the inmate areas. Inmates may make telephone calls at any time. All calls made without a calling card shall be made collect to the receiving party. Each general population housing area is equipped with a shower, which you will be expected to use daily. Inmates will be fully dressed during lights-on hours. Inmates will wear issued pants with top or commissary purchase t-shirt. Exceptions include shower and recreation time while in the outside recreation yard. Inmates will be dressed to code standards prior to re-entering the jail after completion of recreation. Inmates are not allowed to wear unauthorized headgear, ornaments, headbands, do-rags, or any other article of clothing which has been altered and/or is not being used for the purpose originally intended. Laundry services and uniform exchange will be available according to a predetermined schedule. You may receive visitors according to the visitor hours assigned to you. You will have 2 visit times per week. It is your responsibility to notify your family and friends of the days and times for visitation. You may send as many letters as you wish at any time. If a detention center staff suspects an outgoing envelope contains any unauthorized contents, it will be opened and inspected for contraband. Non-privileged mail is mail received from family, friends, religious groups, and publications. These will be opened and inspected for contraband. Privileged mail is legal correspondence to and from government officials, courts, law enforcement organizations, bona fide news media, or inmates' attorneys. These will also be opened in your presence to verify no contraband is concealed. There will be no marking, drawing, carving, scratching, and so forth on the walls, bunks, windows, shower areas, or any property of Potter County. No pictures, papers, etc. will be allowed on the walls, bunks, windows, shower areas, or any property of Potter County, and if found, they will be confiscated and destroyed as contraband. The Potter County Detention Center maintains a well-equipped medical clinic. Medical, dental, and mental health services will be provided to you when requested. Certain fees may apply. If you are in need of these services, you must complete a medical request form. Emergency medical services will always be available when needed. There are several job duty assignments performed by inmates in the Potter County Detention Center, such as kitchen duty, laundry, and janitorial. If you are interested in becoming a working inmate, request a form from the officer in charge of your area and submit it to the officer for processing. Violation of any rules may result in removal from the working inmate program. Various activities and programs will be offered to inmates who qualify. These are designed to enrich and educate, and even assist you in re-entry into the community. You may express your interest by submitting a request form to the program's office. Recreational library privileges will be offered according to schedule. A legal library is furnished within the facility for inmates authorized to use it. An inmate request form must be completed for consideration to use the legal library. Officers and contracted staff are required to maintain a professional demeanor at all times. The same is expected of you. If a problem arises between you and a staff member, you will not argue with the staff member or become disrespectful. Your only option is to write a grievance to the grievance officer, including specific details and witnesses. Inmates will be held accountable for their actions, including making false reports. Possession of or trafficking any unauthorized items into this facility is illegal, and criminal charges may be pursued. Inmates are subject to having their person and/or housing searched at the discretion of the officers or supervisors at any time. Any contraband will be confiscated and may be discarded. Contraband is not allowed. Anything not issued by this facility or not purchased from commissary, not authorized in the inmate handbook, or anything that has been altered from its original design is considered contraband. Occasionally, you may be required to move through the facility. While moving through the corridors, you will walk only on the right side of the dark-colored tiles. When you are approached by detention center personnel or volunteers, you will stop, turn, and face the wall until the personnel has passed by. Inmate rules violations are listed in two categories, major and minor. If an allegation has been made that you violated a rule and it is sustained, you will be subject to disciplinary actions. The use of obscene, profane, or abusive language is strictly prohibited. The use of such language towards any staff member, doctor, or dentist will result in disciplinary action. The Potter County Detention Center has a zero-tolerance policy concerning any form of sexual abuse or sexual harassment of any inmate in the Potter County Detention Center. It is the policy of the Potter County Sheriff's Office that any form of sexual activity between inmates or inmates and staff, volunteers, or contract employees, regardless of consensual status, is strictly prohibited. If you are a victim of any abuse while in this facility, whether by another inmate or by a staff member, you are encouraged to report it immediately to any staff member. This video is only an overview of what is expected of you. It is your responsibility to read and understand the full contents of the Potter County Inmate Handbook. If you cannot read the handbook, it will be read to you.
How you spend your time in the Potter County Detention Center is entirely up to you. The information in this video is designed to help you make the right choices. Taking advantage of the opportunities provided to you and adhering to the rules of this facility will help provide a safe and secure environment during your stay.